Welcome to the arena and welcome to Gladiators Mastermind Inner World Mastery. We are going to be diving into a new series regarding identity and healing reconstruction. And I chose to go over the unity of this very topic to claim that man and God are one. And the reason why this is the most important claim or the most important topic to begin this series with is because I'm going to be referencing this time after time over and over. So it's very important that you understand what this is all about. All right? That man and God are one, which is you. You're man. What is man? Acronym. Master all nature, or master able noble. And God, attributes, the generator, operator, and destroyer, aka creator of all things. Oh no. In the quantum realm, you understand God as universe. Well, this teaching would not be about any form of religion. However, I will be using the scriptures because the scriptures, also known as the Bible, is a book about you, not a book given or ordained or assigned or entitled to any specific religion. It's a book for all mankind because it's a book about you. And it could be backed by science. There's a quantum version of it, and there's a biblical version of it, right? Or you can combine both as the metaphysical findings. Master all nature, generator, operator, and destroyer are one. From the beginning of time, when all things are created, and we got to the point where the source depleted himself, well, not depleted, put a portion of himself or divided himself into multiple sons. God is the source of all things created, and man is the resource. The source embedded himself in the resource with the claim, let us make man in our image. Let us make man in our image. I have created all of this beautiful thing. The moment I said, let there be light, there was. Let the firmament separate the waters from the above and below. And so it was. That power that the source, God, was using in the act of creation was instant. Let there be isn't there will be. And there was. It was instant. And that image, right? That very moment, God uses imagination, which is a higher faculty attribute that man possess. Higher faculty of the mind. If you haven't watched the series, Discover Who You Are, go in my playlist and discover who you are. But I will touch up some stuff over there. higher faculty of the mind of man, imagination, right? The mental image revealed to the nation. Nation, quote, earth, or for all to see. That's what nation is. Imagine, to magnify, to project your thoughts and inner beliefs for the world to see. No one can see your thoughts and belief initially as man, but expressed in flesh, which is to manifest, to cause an effect externally. But the causation begins in your imagination. That imagination is the relationship between man and God, the source and resource. Also, the Father and Son. Man is the Son, which is what Christ has come to remind you. Christ came to remind you that I and the Father are one. Christ also made a connection between him and the church, because Christ is the Son, right? And the source is the Father. If the ocean, the body of ocean collectively is one, if you take a cup of water out of the ocean, or every single one of you, what's the population of the people on earth? Let's say 8 billion people, for example. If we all went to the same ocean, the same body of water, and take a cup of water out of the ocean, and we test the constituents of that body of water, we will find the same constituent in the cup of water. The same constituent, right? It will be no different if you test it. A drop of the source of the Father in man is known as the Son. That's why when Christ was persecuted for healing the cripple on Sabbath, and the Pharisees said, "We do not persecute you for healing someone on the Sabbath. We persecute you for claiming to be the Son. We persecute you for claiming to be the Son of God." Then Christ said, "How can you persecute me for claiming my identity as a cup of water that came from the ocean? How can you persecute me for claiming to be the resource from the source? How can you persecute me for claiming to have the same identity my Father used to create my vessel? Is it not written in your laws that ye are gods?" Is it not written in your laws that ye are gods? How can you then persecute me for claiming to be the Son of God? And when the disciples asked him to see the Father, right? Now, the body of Jesus Christ was in flesh, right? He was flesh. Man, you can see his vessel. But the Father has no vessel, because he made a vessel and put a portion of himself in the vessel, and we call that vessel man. And that vessel is called Master All Nature. That vessel is to use this godlike attribute, imagination, to create and dominate. When the disciples asked to see the Father, then Christ said, "How can you ask to see the Father? If you've seen me and my works, you've seen the Father. I and the Father are one. If you've seen and tested the cup of water that came from the source, you will find the same constituent, you will find the same minerals, you will find the same concentration in the ocean that you find in me. Now you cannot with this flesh see the Father. You can experience the Father via imagination, because I and the Father are one. That's why Christ also said, for we do not walk by faith, for we do not walk by sight, we walk by faith. All right, what does it mean to walk by faith? Imagination, faith, which is your imagination is embedded in your mind. And man can also observe what is created and experienced via eyes, which is sight. Okay? All right? You possess both. Creation, experience. This does not dictate this. This will dictate this. Now, scientists claimed man only used 10% of his brain. Believe it's the frontal cortex, something like that. 10% of your brain. And they are yet to unlock 90%. Because what man or scientists are trying to do is make visible to these physical eyes the power of the 90%. But you cannot see instantly with your sight 90%, but you can see instantly with your sight, with your imagination. In fact, man doesn't use 10%. The illusion is the separation between flesh and mind, flesh and imagination, ego and faith. Faith is your inner eyes, while sight is your outer eyes. All right, I'm trying to slow it down as much as I can so you can comprehend. But if you have any question, please leave comments in the comment section as I try to connect all of the dots to make sense to you. All right, ye are gods. Christ reminded you that how dare you persecute me, which is criticize me for claiming to be the Son, because you can see the Son, yet you all are also the sons and daughters of God. Because the Son is a drop of the ocean. It's a resource from the Father. That's why Christ also told you to pray to the Father. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. What is the name? The name is I am. Now, whenever man uses this language, I am, it is a language of authority. Whatever you claim to be, you shall be. I am. And Christ said, pray this way. When they asked him to pray, he said, pray this way. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. The reason And also, when the Father revealed himself to Moses in the burning bush, and Moses said, who are you? How may I address you? And he said to Moses, I am that I am. That I am you claim to be, that you say, I am Moses, the I am that comes before your birth name. That is what I am. I am that I am. Quote and saying, I am in you, you are in me. We are one. And when the Father put his image, which is the Son, in the vessel called man, and it says, and I gave you dominion over all things, to rule, to procreate, and to dominate. Because that attribute, the image, is I am. The one that speaks that very moment, and it was instant. The one, this I am, is eternal now. There is no yesterday. There is no today. There is no tomorrow. Eternal now. The illusion for man, however, is there could be a slight delay when you claim I am. But this I am associates with the law of beliefs, which is how we are going to dive into our identity construction. And this is how we are going to heal and remove any trauma, heartbreak, setbacks, limitations, and so on and so forth. And if you have faith like a mustard seed, you will move mountain. Which means if you have faith, if you dare to see from within, if you dare believe when you say I am with what you imagine, which is your desired outcome, desire, over what your eyes tell you, which is whatever circumstance your body could be, wherever you could be. Do you want to change your location? Do you want to change your occupation? Do you want to be married? Do you want to be in love? Whatever it is, are you feeling pain? To man, it is impossible. But with God, all things, I repeat, all things are possible. And Christ said, to man, which means when you only live by sight and you go by what the doctor tells you, you go by what the bank account tells you, none of this is possible. It says, but whosoever believes, to him or her, all things are possible. Because when you believe what you imagine to be your desired state, you are never separate from your desired state. Because why? I am is eternal now. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning of your existence and eternity. There is no ending. It's eternally present, eternal now. All right. I am the Father of one. If there was no mirror invented, you will look at your fellow neighbor and you will see that you are observing yourself. right? There is nobody else but one. The Father is Elohim. What is Elohim? One in many, or many are one. We are a bunch of sons. The operating system in every single man that allows you to think or imagine or have intuition or your memories, that attribute is a part of Elohim. Together, we are one with the Father. Imagination operates beyond the speed of light. Beyond. It's immeasurable to any scientific tools of how fast you can be and think and go and feel wherever you want to be. Now, sight is delayed. And that was the beginning of the illusion, the cause of the separation between man and God. Is because inside of this vessel, things are slowed down for the sake of experience. But then, you were told to believe what you see. Well, I'm telling you today, you must believe it first, then you will see it. Because if you believe your circumstances, you will create separations from your desire. But if you believe, whatever you believe, you shall be. If you claim, I am the desire, not the situation, I am the desire, not the situation, then the situation will change to your desire. All right? This will be for the introduction, and we will start diving down into further teachings. Thank you. Till next time.